Who's first?
Hey, Hugh, that was such a unique game, so distinctly different in two halves. How do you coach these guys past that now?
Oh gosh, Paris, that's just that's life in football. You know, whether you play well and lose or whether you play bad and lose, you know how you handle that and how you bounce back is just part of it. You're not going to win them all, and particularly you play a schedule like we're playing. I mean, you know, the positive is you go into a basically a home game for one of the top teams in the nation, and it's easy to see that we could have won the game. I mean, we obviously did not, and give credit to them for taking the momentum back and winning it. But there is a reasonable belief that we competed and we could have won it with a bunch of young kids on the field, and so. I think you build on the positives, but also address the reasons we didn't get it done. And, you know, if we're going to be any good, you bounce back from those. And traditionally, we've done that fairly well here. I think it's because of the continuity on our staff and the chemistry that we have. I expect our kids to respond, and it's a long season, and one game doesn't make it or break it.
Outside of the two major injuries that we know about, how did you guys come out of it physically?
I think those are I mean, we have the typical soreness and things, and a couple of kids will be held. We'll hold Fadal out today, but it's just he's sore. And Tony Connor had to get his knee drained, but everything else, nothing should keep anybody out after today. We expect both of them to be back tomorrow also. First, very disappointed to lose Ken, though, and then Sweeney. I mean, Sweeney's, you know, one carry and that happens, and of course Ken's a big loss. He was our best cover guy.
What were the official diagnoses for them?
Sweeney's got a torn ACL, and Webster tore everything, every ligament in his knee.
You said you wanted to correct the things you did wrong. What kind of stood out in that arena?
Eye discipline on defense, and just playing poor technique that does not. Someone had to do. You know, we lost Ken. He had to, you know, he's our boundary guy that you expect to play 95% of the snaps, and then you put somebody over there that maybe is not as comfortable, and his techniques was really bad at times, and it cost us some. And then carrying, if you're carrying a guy and your eyes shouldn't be in the backfield, and you know, just doing your job on defense, whether it's, you know, a couple of it was the crucial 3rd and longs that really killed us in that drive right before the half. And, you know, I think I'm as hard on critiquing us as coaches as anybody. And you look, and when you say, man, that's a perfect call, then we're either not communicating it well enough or teaching the techniques well enough, or either their discipline is not enough to do their job, and we've got to work through that. That's why I think most people would rather play a game that they're week one, that you can make those mistakes and still win. You can't do that when you play one of the top teams in the nation.
Anybody in particular you're looking at to move to corner?
I mean, the first name that would come up would be Derek Jones. I think we're deep at receiver, and we haven't made that decision yet, though. But you know, that would be the first name that pops up in my mind.
With down to as few running backs as you have, do you have to start utilizing them differently?
Maybe, and then, you know, we got Jarian Street that can move back over there too, or Kalo Moore, but we're so thin at corner that you know, so probably Jarian would be the next guy if we had to do that. But you know, DK Buford's working hard to get a shot, and you know, hopefully Akeem and Eugene and Blue's red shirt's probably not going to happen. He's going to get ready to go, and probably we'll see some action this Saturday.
With on the other side, with so thin at corner, do you have to revisit what you do with Carlos in the return game?
Yeah, we've definitely thought about that. Probably he'll probably remain at kickoffs. Van can do punts, and like you've seen, everybody that's using the spread punt, you're not returning them anyway. You just can't with the new spread punt if the hang time's any good at all. It's hard to return them, so we have to consider that for sure.
What's your top concern right now?
In the second half offense in your mind after you watched the film?
We gave up on the run a little bit, and in the first half we gave the appearance of being balanced, and you know, and we were pretty effective in the second half. We might have, we probably should have called a few more, but the 2 turnovers really just, you know, I mean, they go touchdown, opening second half, field goal, turnover, touchdown, turnover, field goal, or touchdown. I can't remember exactly, but and all of a sudden the whole momentum had just totally gotten away from us, and you can't turn it over 4 times against one of the top teams in the nation. So I don't want to judge us in one game on the rushing attack when we got away from it so much, and you know, we lost some possessions due to turnovers.
What's your top concern coming out of that Florida State game?
Just correcting the mistakes, you know, and handling the September schedule, the mental part of it, and the physical rest. I mean, this is a tough turnaround. We got back at 4 a.m. Got to play the triple option this Saturday, which wasn't real smart on our scheduling, which is totally different. And you'd like to have 2 weeks to get ready for it, and we basically have 2 days. So, I mean, we just got to correct the mistakes and hopefully stay healthy for sure.
Is there any update on Jeremy Ligon's status?
We hope this is the last week that he's out here practicing, I assume, I hope. But he's doing well, I think.
You mentioned that y'all already started preparing for Wofford well before Florida State.
Well, we spent 3 to 4 days in camp with a 30-minute period introducing what our defense is going to face. Whether or not they can recall that today, who knows? But you know, we did think we had to do that.
How did Rod and Greg grade out at left tackle?
They did. Greg did good. Rod did pretty good. Got beat on 1 sack underneath against. But again, you got to give credit. Now, those guys got a lot of seniors over there that are expected to be in the playoffs. That, I mean, those they're going to win their share. But you know, early in the game, again, when we had the appearance of being balanced, you know, I didn't see any issues. But you let guys like they have, and then they start moving their ends inside, and because of what we've discussed. But no, I thought the O-line actually played pretty well.